Alright. Hello everyone, Patmaster47 here, and welcome back to another episode of Updating the Rockfire Explosion in Minecraft. Yes, welcome back, guys. We're back, episode 110, and welcome to our second episode of What Character's Mouth Am I Standing On? I'll give you guys a few seconds to guess there. It's Fats. So if you guys guess that, props to you guys. So, last episode, we were doing some pixel arts, and I officially added the last couple into the wheel. We got that little bit done, and we had to cut the stream early because I mistook my schedule. Yeah, so this, I didn't get a chance to do much after last episode, so I didn't get a chance to do anything after last episode, so unfortunately, I don't have much to show, but we're going to continue. Back from where we were. I swear that was a 2-block gap, and I just looked like an absolute idiot. So we're going to spin the wheel and see what pixel art we land on. I'm hoping to get a couple done today. Oh, we also did another log there, so. Okay, probably my least, the backdrop I'm least excited for, but that's okay. It is the Moon's Tree backdrop. And I need to see where we left off, because I'm not sure where we left off. Oh, I think I know where we left off. Much like the other backdrop, this one is wildly confusing. Where would we be? We would be here, I think. Hello, everybody in the chat, by the way. How are we all doing today? More crappy weather I'm seeing we're having, so hopefully that gets a little bit better. Okay, I see where we are, which is a good thing. So, we'll probably go from right to left a couple times, and we'll see what happens. Actually, we might be easier to... No, okay. Do it over this way. Alright, here we go. So, like I keep saying, this backdrop is wildly confusing. It uses so many different colors of blocks. Then again, so does the other one. I'm thinking it's because they are very detailed artworks. Dave Thomas did. Is cosmetic work being done? Not even close. Not yet, at least. I have been thinking of working on pacing this series a little bit better for you guys, as I have thought about doing some cosmetics. Some of the cosmetics sooner. Good, some of these blocks follow it up, so that's a good thing. We're gonna grab this. But no, cosmetic work is not being done yet. However, I'm gonna place 2 blocks, and I will show you all the cosmetics I have figured out. I have been figuring out cosmetics in the background. We have Billy Bob, which is... his mask is still being sculpted. Unfortunately, he's a little uncanny right now, but he will get better, I promise. But we do have his arm fur, his leg fur, and his feetsies done. But no, he will be worked on. I just with me now tackling with me now having to do some of these off camera, or actually doing some of these cosmetics off camera, where I just haven't had as much time, but to work on Billy Bob there. But we did do him a little bit in a video, in a stream a while back, so if you are interested in checking that out, I don't know which stream it was. I want to say it was the 100th video, the 100th stream episode of this series. Yeah, I'd want to say that's where it's from. I can't. The masks will be. Yeah, they will be the most recent versions of the characters, so, like, I believe that would be the 1983 masks. Oh, good, I already had Dark Oak logs. Perfect. I don't know if there were later versions after that. I don't think there were. But, obviously I could be and have been wrong about these things in the past. So, if anyone wants to correct me with that, by all means. Pretty much what I'm doing is I'm pretty much looking up a picture or a video I know of a Billy Bob mask, pausing the video at a certain point, and then attempting to sculpt masks. Again, what you see over on Billy Bob there is not going to probably be the final version. It might be if I really enjoy the look of it. The model mask I went off of, like, I didn't use the same mask I originally sculpted for the characters all that while back, just because I feel like we could do better, and I'm going to strive to do better with my mask skills, hoping. And yeah, I just want these characters to look as good as they can. I actually want to feel like I'm doing a tribute, almost. Have I not used Dark Prismarine yet? I haven't. It's interesting. I'm actually just gonna fly up here and grab off, now that I'm thinking about. But, I don't know, I just want to do a amazing tribute for the... I just want this to be a tribute to all the people, the lesser known people, who contributed to the Rockfire explosion. Like, we all know Dave Thomas, Bert Wilson, Aaron, all the Rick Bailey, all the, more known people. But, this is more going to be a tribute to the lesser known people. Who helped bring the Rockfire to life. Like Dave Thomas, and all the other amazing artists. So, I think it's going to be a fitting thing to have built by the time we're done, of course, as we all know how it's going. So, I still gray, black terracotta. So I'm surprised I haven't used it, or surprised we haven't used in this yet. So I'm fairly surprised by that. Like, not a lot of this, like, surprises me much anymore. But that's a refreshing surprise, I guess. Oh, that's not the varieties of blocks. Yeah. No, I'm amazed. Yeah, Duke, Shalisa, all the amazing people. Yeah, no, I mean, this is just wild. Like, I never thought when I originally planned to do these backdrops. Originally, we were gonna do them by hand, and um, okay, that is not the right block, so I'm gonna be able to put that there. No, but I never would have thought like that this variety of these amount of varieties of blocks would have been used. Like, and this is a pixel art generator that was, created in back in like 1.12 of Minecraft, so quite a while ago. And it's amazing that, and it's just been slowly updated and updated to. Oh yeah, Beachberry's getting hair. Just bear with me on that one. I'm not actually a big fan of the design we used for the hair originally. Um, the only masks we're probably going to use again. Okay, it's a no block. Yeah, the only masks we're probably going to use again from the beta sculpts I did is definitely Duke's, because his probably looks the most accurate to anybody. We might use Rolf's. Beachbear's mask might be getting used. I might do a few tweaks to it just because there's just a few things I've noticed with my eyes. Just, it's amazing seeing these characters so many times, and just it almost feels weird saying I'm finding another thing new about them, but it's now quite a quite a quite a fun thing. Now I should say the masks aren't going to be entirely accurate. I mean, we have Billy Bob over there, and he's not looking the best, but green concrete. Some of these differences are very subtle, and it's not the easiest to tell the difference between some of these blocks, so it's a process. Yeah, Beach Bear will be getting a wig. I don't know, the version I did originally, and we'll fly over to check out the original masks. Probably as soon as I'm done with this row here, I'll go over and show you guys. But the original Beach Bear for the wig it doesn't look like a wig. It looks more like one solid piece, and that's one thing I'm trying to avoid. But it's not easy in Minecraft, I tell you what. But I can't tell what block that is. I think that's that, but I can't tell from this picture sometimes. because it uses the old textures, and whatever doesn't have an old texture, it generates a completely wrong texture to what it is. It's not. Prefer three stage. Honestly, with the whole Duke hitting the drums thing, I think it looks really cool. And like it's pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. Like fairly impressive that, you can get a robot to do that. Like don't get me wrong, I'm not hating on, just an honest criticism I would say is, like, I know they were going for realism, and I appreciate that they did, but like, especially when I play or watch show tapes off of like anything Chuck E. Cheese related, like, or anything showbiz Chuck E. Cheese related, like Retromation Now. I noticed a lot. Rockafire Remake, when I had a copy of that. Yeah, if it's timed right, like it works. But a lot of show tapes, and it's not people's fault that they're not able to time the drums right. Sometimes, your computer lags, or like the human brain is not the most accurate thing. But honestly, with some of the songs that they do, like the drums just do not are not perfect. Like they're just not. Like honestly, I know I might be going against, the Rockafire community for saying this, but honestly, if I ever had a bot like a Duke, I probably would not either not have him hit the drum or just not have it as a real drum, like pad it almost, so that yes, it still gives the effect, but at the same time, you still kind of need to hear the music around it. But yeah, that's just me. Now I have been searching on eBay recently, hoping I would get lucky. Just hoping to get lucky. Honestly, I don't think like a used bot or anything like that's gonna show up anytime soon. Like I think it's going to be probably just as rare as it was, if not even harder to find a bot now, because but honestly, I don't think many more bots or anything like that are going to be showing up. Like full bots are going to be showing up on eBay or Marketplace. Well, maybe Marketplace. Like I don't know. It'd have to be a very rare occurrence. So that's the only thing wrong, like bad nowadays. Like if you are looking for anything in particular, like showbiz related, like you almost have to have somebody on the inside like nowadays. To help you locate something, and then even then, like, hold it aside for you, and then, yeah, I think that's, not that that's a bad thing necessarily, but like, it's a little rough nowadays for like an average, everyday person to get their hands on an animatronic. I mean, to be fair, beforehand it wasn't too easy, but yeah, it still cost you a lot of money. But it's at this point, you're probably better off building your own than you would be, trying to track down and purchase one. Like, it's like, that's one thing I wish. I wish I had been able to be where I'm at, like, 5 years earlier. Like, all right, we'll see ya. Like, it is like, just to be able to get your hands on an animatronic. Just, if I was where I am now 5 years earlier, I think by this point I could have gotten my hand on something. But but we know how that is. But yeah, it's a unfortunate thing, but it's how it is, I guess. I'm glad. I'm just glad there are people out there who still care enough to just to be on top of stuff like this. It's heartwarming. It really is. But wait a second. Okay, no, I'm right. Okay, the way I had it was right. Oh, the color gradients are not easy to tell. Not at all. I'm at no, I'm at the right spot. No, that's green. That's concrete. That's not terracotta. Silly me. Like, I can tell the difference easily. I can't really. One thing I have gotten back into recently, I don't know how long I'm gonna be like a humongous fan of this, but I have recently been getting back into Pokemon cards. Like, and it reminded me of an old series I tried to do, was the Friday morning Pokemon card pack openings. That had some traction, but not really anything big. But it was fun to spend $50, on a couple packs, and then just open them up. Get the thrill of opening opening them. I might bring that back. I might not. I don't know. But no, I've been buying some on Amazon there for a retired set. I'm not going to say what set, just in case, so that it doesn't get all bought up. But I've been trying to collect, just to where am I at? There I am. Now, what block is that? I'm going to assume that's just regular terracotta? I cannot tell. Okay, I know where I'm at. Okay, I'm gonna do that just because they're... Okay, I'm looking for... I need... That's where that block went. Yeah, but that's a fun thing to actually collect. You know, surprisingly now, like, some cards are actually worth quite a bit of money. I pulled a fairly valuable card earlier, so that was a fun thing to experience. It lifted my spirits a little bit. Considering this weather, oh boy, I had to drive in it. Oh my gosh, it was not fun. Not fun whatsoever. I could not see, but I got home. Clearly, I guess. Oh, where am I at? Alright, here I am. By all means, guys, if you want to say something in chat, by all means, go ahead. Share some info, I guess. Ask some questions. By all means, I don't be shy. I don't bite. Well, not through the screen, at least. You know, that's impossible. But one thing I'm going to announce that I've announced in the past, but I'm going to continue to announce it. Not as much so now, but more closer to the date. July probably. In July, 11th, 12th, and 13th, Billy Bob's Wonderland is holding their annual, they call it BillyCon, which is a Rockfire Explosion convention for Rockfire fans. And I've been wanting to go for a while now, and I'm finally going to make a trip down. Finally going to make the trek down to West Virginia for the day. So if anybody is planning on going or is in the local area and you want to stop in, meet some other Rockfire fans, it's got me. I hope it'll be a good time. I've never been there, but first time for everything, I guess. Try to get somebody else to come with. I don't know how it's gonna roll, but we'll see what happens. We shall seize what happens. I don't know who else from the community is going. I can imagine probably quite a few familiar faces. Yeah, I don't know who all's gonna be there, but I'm fairly excited to meet a couple people. Hope to meet a couple people at least, Hoping a few people will be there. Alright, so I know I didn't build that up much. Just like a couple layers, but, it is quite the detailed mess. There's a flower there. There's going to be a flower up. 2 flowers right there. That whole mess right there is going to be flowers, so... It's flowers up until, like, halfway up the thing, and then it's tree. So, we will, I'm going to cut that pixel art there for right now, just because I do want to get to another one, just so that I'm not stuck on one for the whole video. Okay, actually, this is quite the not actually the backdrop I thought we were gonna get. I am hoping to get the Rolf one just so we can finally finish that. I'm quite tired. I just want that backdrop done. Okay, I see where I'm at. So we're gonna do a fairly big chunk of this. Wow, I got right up to where I need to be. So yeah, we're gonna do quite a big chunk of this. I will Is that's dark oak. Come on, me. You know you're better than this. Uh okay, use spruce for the rest of it. So what's easier? Just accepting my fate that spruce or redoing the whole thing? Probably accepting my fate. That's spruce. Yeah, I'm just going to accept it. So, this backdrop is just a little bit easier. It's not really that much easier than the others, because well, it's a massive image. But it's a little bit easier in the fact I'm actually going to go back and just do 2 blocks at once. I think would be... It might just make it go a little bit quicker. Is that? Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Coal block. Black wool. Green. That and that. Get another one of those. Something like that. Another one of those. Oh, my stomach is cramping, but I'm okay. Feeling good. I'm this far into the pixel art and I don't already want to cry, so... Gotta mean something, right? Why? Why did I make this stage so big? Why didn't I just move on to another show? That didn't happen, did it? That did not happen. Just had to do the Rockfire explosion again. Oh well. You guys probably aren't complaining. Nah, I know you guys aren't complaining. You're like, hey, another series. And I'm like, yay. 2 years of my life down the drain. Well, I wouldn't say down the drain. Nah, this series is... I've done so... I've met so many people doing this series. No, it's amazing how the Rockfire explosion just brought so many people together in one place. You know, it's amazing. I'm building the same thing I built like a couple blocks ago. Yep. Yep, I was. Okay. I was about to say, this looks oddly familiar to what's, like, oh, like, down there. Was going smooth. was about to say that. A bedrock into a... Alright, let's try this again. We're going to pretend that never happened. Alright, I was gonna say bedrock into a... gray glazed terracotta that isn't a ordinary thing. But... yeah, I didn't know. Then this black block doesn't belong here. It actually goes one down. Oops. Oops. Let's try. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Alright, take two. Much more drama this time when we make a mistake. But God, I laugh at my own jokes. It's a sad reality. I laugh at my own jokes when I'm talking to myself. It's probably something I should probably get checked out, but right. The marker Foxy placed is off-center. Quite off-center. Unless he's right and I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's off-centered. I'm 98% sure, and I'm probably gonna be wrong about this, let's be honest, but I'm 98% sure that's supposed to. That's supposed to be, centered, but again, I could be wrong. Most likely I am, but I don't know, that's just like one of those things you're, like, fairly sure of. Something isn't right here. I don't know. Okay, I'm right here. Okay, that's supposed to be bedrock as well right there. And I don't know why it's not, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. We always do. Right? Yeah. We always figure it out, don't we? We may take us a while, but we'll eventually get there, you know? Okay, I'm not sure I built this part of the tree correct. But it's whatever, I guess. Okay, you know, I'm just gonna cover up my mistakes down there. And just not worry about it. Yeah, I think that's a good thing to do. Yeah, that's how we usually do the build in here. Okay. Good. Now that we're all agreed of what we're doing, we can continue. Why am I only doing this one block tall? Oh yeah, I was trying to find the where the heck it ended, so I didn't accidentally place an extra block, like I'm known to do. Whoops. So I'm here. Alright, now that I know where I'm at. Yeah, it's another 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. It goes boom, boom, shaboom. Hey, I don't usually let people enter, especially if this is one of the first times I'm seeing your username. Yeah, I don't usually let people enter trust issues. Y'all know how it is. But I would we'd be greatly appreciated if you stayed. You know, always have room for more people in the chat. Feel free to ask some questions about the Rockfire. I'll be happy to answer. Then I need yeah, that's right. Okay. So we do that. Alrighty. So we are right here. Yes. So if I'm right here, go up 1, do that. That's not right. That's right. Alright. So, continuing on. Yeah, these pixel arts are always hard to, always just a tad difficult to commentate over, just because it's a lot of the same, stuff. Just a tad hard to commentate. Because, yeah, it's a lot of the same block placing. But, yeah, that's why, I was a bit... I didn't necessarily, or wasn't super excited to do pixel art. Just because I know it's like it's more of a niche. More of a niche community nowadays. Like, I'm gonna sound super old saying this, but back in the day, pixel art was like really big deal in Minecraft. Like, if you could, a lot of people did pixel art, but I don't know. It's more of a 6. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7, right there. But no, back when Minecraft was still in its early days, pixel art was like a really big thing. Like, if you could get a detailed face or something that actually resembled what you were trying to build, like, it was a big deal. Nowadays, like, it is so easy to fake pixel art, like legitimate pixel art. Now, I don't know if back when Minecraft was still just popping its face into the community, like, I'm talking like early like early Xbox 360 days. Like, I don't know. Like, now I'm thinking about it, I'm not actually sure how much of that pixel art was legitimate, but yeah, it's still really cool to just, like, it was a big more of a big deal than it is now, and I'm just kind of disappointed. Like, it wasn't something that caught on as much as what it did, and that's a block I haven't used much before. It's a I don't know if I used it at all through this, but okay, it's like gray concrete. Where does it go? It goes right here. Okay, I know where I'm at. So I should say, well, how about this weather? It is horrible. Like, California's on fire. Um, it's bad. California's on fire. Like, it is. Us here in the Northeast, like, we're getting like bombarded with just snowstorms and all that. It is not good. It is bad. But it's we'll get through it. Yeah, doo doo. Yeah, no, it really is. Like, it's crappy out. It's not good, but yeah, well, we'll manage just like we always have. But like, it is not good. Not good whatsoever. And it's terrible to just see like all this weather and that, just like all this quote like I want to snow badly. No, it's not fun. I would much rather live like more southern, like West Virginia, or maybe like lower North Carolina, just like not as much snow, probably. Yeah, when you still go to school, it's not a horrible thing, but I mean, a lot of people say like snow is good and winter is like their favorite. I don't see it. Like, you don't like think about it. Everyone complains about the heat and all that. Like, oh, it's too hot. I wish it was. I wish it was cold and snowing, and I'm like, well, you don't have to go outside and shovel heat now, do you? And to be fair, like, snow is, like, a good, like, it's a cool thing. But, you know, when you go out and shovel the snow and you know, then, you know, it just keeps snowing. And, you know, once you're done shoveling for a couple hours, then you go back to look at your handiwork. And by that point, you know, by the time you're done, you know, you look back and you're like, man, I just did so much shoveling. Like, I bet it looks really good now. And you'll look back and you realize, and it's been snowing. So it's like, it just covered up everything you just did, like 2 hours plus of work. And just a pain in the butt. It is a pain in the butt. I forget how much like a big section of this is. It is quite a quite a bit of blocks. Like a lot of rows. They for it to stop snowing. That's the thing. You try to wait for it to stop, and it doesn't. And it snows for 6 hours on end. Nah, it doesn't. It's only pain, honestly, at work. Cause like where I work, we have like around our building, we have a wraparound sidewalk. And we need to check the sidewalks at least every hour, two at the most. And it's just, and then you get it done, and then like it looks all good for 10 minutes. Then it keeps snowing. You know, by that point, you're ready to throw the shovel away and start crying. But it's like all your handiwork just go on. Or like when it's windy and snowing, because then like you shovel and it's not snowing. Like it's snowing light, so you know it's not gonna shovel. Your shovel isn't gonna, or your path isn't gonna disappear. What? Oh yeah, your path isn't gonna disappear. And then the wind comes and just blows over all the snow you just shoveled off back onto where you just, and it's a pain. But somebody has to do it, I guess. Like, I will say everything up until Christmas is good because it's like, because usually before Christmas, especially in like recent years, like it has not really snowed. This year it snowed for Christmas, which I was pleasantly surprised about. Like, I'm a very big fan of actually having a white Christmas because I think that's just how. Yeah, I just feel like it's just how that season's meant to. Would you about working? Yeah, you're good. You're good. It's just pixel arts anyway, and I think you'd probably throw a controller. It's just pixel arts for. Like, if we really think about it, we don't actually have much left to do. But yeah, probably. And we don't want that. No, we don't want that. I'm trying to see if I used black concrete anywhere, and I probably have, but I can't really see it still. So it's just, yeah. And yes, the whole shoveling heat thing I stole from Family Guy. But it's true. You know, it's oddly relatable for being a TV show. Oddly relatable. If you guys haven't caught on, I'm trying to do creepy cave noise, by the way. I'm trying to speed up our workload by doing 3 blocks at a time now. And I think this actually goes up a little bit higher than what I originally had planned, so I'm not going to be getting done as much as I think we are, but still getting done a fair amount. And I'm going to try to do one more pixel art after this. After I actually got cut short last episode, I've been really wanting to do another episode. Or yesterday it would have been. No. The day before. And I've been really, wanting to do another episode to, That's not right. That's right. And I couldn't, because my work schedule, I had to finish working at what time would it have been? Yeah, at like 10, and then go in at 8 o'clock in the morning the next day, so it's not a lot of sleep. Still didn't get much sleep, but I'm hanging in here. I drank enough coffee to hopefully keep me awake for a while. Is that right? Yes. All right. Yes, that is right. Yep. Sometime in the future, I do want to actually edit together my video or my streams from like the original Rockfire series. Into like I did want to edit down the original Rockfire series into like a quote unquote movie. Just like one single video where I go over everything we did, part by part, what we're building. 1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I cannot place blocks for the life of me today. It's not one of my prouder moments. Okay. I know, I think it'd be a fun little Easter egg to try. Or not an Easter egg, a fun little experiment just to see how well it would do. I don't know if it would do too well, but... Oh boy. I'm trying to think of what stuff to commentate on right now, but I'm drawing quite a blank. Quite a blank. It's just... I'm trying to make a... this interesting here, but it's not the easiest thing to keep interesting. It's not at all easy. I'm starting to see why pixel art faded off the Minecraft existence. Nobody has any attention span anymore. You know, it's... oh boy, it is not easy to keep people's attention for this, but I'm trying. That's not the right block. Silly me. Silly, silly me. I think there's something stuck on my tooth, but I really can't tell. The human tongue is not very... well, the human... no, how do I rephrase this? The human... when you have something stuck in your teeth, and I'm sure we've all related to this problem, you can always find it with your tongue. However, when you were trying to get whatever it is stuck in your teeth out with, say, your finger or anything, the human fingers are not that reliable for this sort of thing. So you're there around, you know, feeling around your mouth for a while. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Okay. So that is that. That is that. Oops. Oh, well, creepy cave noise. My favorite. I don't know why we always get those, like, here at least. Like, we are not near a cave, maybe because this is enclosed. But it hasn't been enclosed. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But it's I don't know, a phenomenon to be sure. Like, I genuinely don't know what is causing these cave noises. But it's, spooky nonetheless. Ooh. Enough to keep you on your toes. Ooh, scary. I'm very tired, can't you tell? Teehee. Okay. But, enough said. Back to the, Back to the Future, Part 4. Why did they never make a Part 4 to Back to the Future? Like, I'd have to expect that movie series was doing well. I mean, I didn't watch the whole way through the first movie. I watched a good bit of it. I didn't get to watch the whole thing. I was coming back from a plane ride. I was coming back from New Orleans, I want to say. I don't remember if it was that trip or if it was Orlando I was going to. Regardless, we flew down, and I think it had to have been, because I don't think there were any good in-flight movies for Orlando. So I think it had to have been the New Orleans trip. But regardless, I decided to watch. I always heard good things about Back to the Future. I always heard it was a classic, and it was on the in-flight movie, so I was like, sure, why not? I enjoyed it. I fairly enjoyed it as a 1, 2, 3. As a person who's quite the avid enjoyer of not Christopher Lee. I can't think of his name. Christopher Lloyd. There it is. As a person who's quite the fan of Christopher Lloyd. Whoops. Yeah, after seeing him in Back to the Future, Clue, all the above. There was one build I wanted to try to redo or try to rebuild in Minecraft is the Clue mansion from the movie. Might be fun. Who knows? Yeah. And then it's that. Whoops. 2 of those. Wait, where am I at? Oh, that goes up over top. Okay, I see where I'm at now. I had no idea where I was. gray down here. Let's say I thought I used this before. Quite a bit actually. Quite a bit more than what I thought. Going back to the Back to the Future thing, I guess you can only uh, like you really can't only do so much with a time traveling movie. I think that's why like movies nowadays, like when was the last time like a time traveling movie has actually been made? Like it has to have been a while, or like a good one at least, or like because that is a very strange. It's a very awkward thing to write for a movie. Like there's only so much you can do with it. Yeah, that's a lot, you know, and that means more than you think for time traveling because you got to think how the original Back to the Future goes. Spoiler alert to anybody who hasn't seen it, but I do recommend watching it. It is pretty interesting stuff. Family Guy actually did a parody of it. I guess take that as you will, but like not even just Family Guy, like so many like TV shows have done parodies of it. Like it's actually a really well put together movie, like a really good cast for it, like really iconic. Is I'm pretty sure that's the word I was looking for. But it's a very it's not difficult to really think about that. You got to think about how it goes. You know, this kid, he doesn't live. His like he knows how to play guitar. He's uh, friends with this scientist guy. His dad's a bit of a pushover. I think a bit is like I think that's just an understatement, honestly. Like his dad is like a pushover. Like scientist guy creates a time machine out of a car, a really crappy car to be fair. The DeLorean was not at all a good car by any means whatsoever. There's a reason they don't make them anymore. I think. Pretty sure they don't make DeLoreans anymore. At least the original, like it was a crappy car, very uncomfortable. But really it was Back to the Future that really put that car. Like it probably would not have. That car probably wouldn't be so iconic without that movie. But a scientist guy creates a time machine. Uh, well, yeah, his parents at the beginning talk about how they met and all that. You know, Scientist guy tests out his time machine. I think with one of the most iconic catchphrases in Hollywood. You know, Great Scott. You know, scientist guy gets shot by, I think, the Russian mafia, but don't quote me on that one because I'm not actually sure. I think someone he owed money, something. Updating the Rockfire Explosion Part 110. Idiot describes Back to the Future from memory. But no, then he escapes the same people. We don't know if this guy's still alive. We see he just got shot and most likely killed in front of us by probably Russian mafia. I'm not sure though. I don't remember. So he takes the machine. Well, we see it works, and then the Russian mafia hits. Russian mafia shoots the guy. The kid escapes back to, I think, 30 years or so before what just happened. And he goes back in time, looks around. He thinks he's still in his time period, but he's not. I think it's 30 years in the past. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's 30 years. He's looking around. He realizes he just, met his father at this, like one of those 50s diners. I think it is in the 50s. Yeah, it's before the 60s, so. And, then, he interrupts how his mom and dad met, and he starts fading into existence. Meanwhile, he has to try to get them together by the end of the movie. Yada yada yada. His dad's boss is, surprise, surprise, his old school bully. His dad still a pushover, and throughout the movie, we we and throughout the movie, his parents fall back in love before he fades away. He meets the scientist guy. He gets back to the future. And I actually think they say the title of the movie. Like, that's not ever something that's always just something, like, a personal favorite of mine, is when movies actually say their title in the movie. I'm like, yeah, there it is. Now we can leave. But, no, but I do enjoy when movies do that. It's just like a guilty pleasure of mine. Like, yeah, that was a really good movie. It didn't say the title of the movie in the thing, though, so, sorry, not winning a Golden Globe, but no, and then, his parents get together, his dad learns how to stick up for himself. His actions in the past saved the science guy's life. His dad's no longer, and it just changes the future a little bit. His dad's not a pushover and all that. His dad's actually, pretty cool. And, always, he actually ends up with the girl he liked, so, it just all... It all works out. I didn't watch the sequel. I did not watch Back to the Future 2. So, but logically, that movie does really good. And that's the end of the movie. Yeah, cool movie, good. Wham bam boom, done. And if that movie does really well, you're gonna do a sequel because and really, what's the next logical step for a sequel? Go from the past and go into the future by 30 years. I think they actually go to 2015, or what they think 2015 would have been. This is the 80s, of course, so they don't know. But they go into the future 30 years. I think his dad's school bully is now supreme overlord or something. I I'm not actually sure because I haven't watched it, but wait a minute. Oh, that goes there. Naturally stop him from doing whatever he's doing. I haven't watched it, so I have no idea. But happy ending. Go back to the past. Make sure the future doesn't turn out like that. You Everything's said and done. Where do you really go after that with time travel? Because you have already explored the past. You've explored the future. There's another creepy cave noise. And where do you go from there? So the third one they went to the Wild West. Now I've seen clips of the third one, but I haven't actually. Again, much like the second, I have not watched the third. So it's a. But really, I don't think you can really go anywhere. They go into the Wild West, which is actually a really fun time period to write about because you could write about American outlaws that no one ever sees again because sorry about that, guys. Oops, my controller died there. Wow, hold on a second. Just checking something. We'll invite. See who's on. See if he gets on. That looks about everybody. Okay. No, but really, you can't really do anything with that. With that series after that, there's. I don't understand where you go after that. You can't go into the distant future because if it doesn't happen or if it's not accurate, you're gonna get ridiculed for it in however long it is. But and it's weird to do time travel without adding in a multiverse kind of thing. And by that point, the writing just gets so you may think with a multiverse, you can do so much with that, but after a while, and I think this is the main reason, newer Marvel is just flopping. It's not doing as good as everything did in the past. It's just because they're going into the multiverse, and it's just there's really only so much you can do with a multiverse. Um, Before, like, you can't really you back yourself into a corner with it because, like, after a certain part, like, you can't kill off characters because, like, you can't really kill off characters or anything like that anymore in a storyline like that because, like, if you're gonna bring them back anyway, just from a different universe, just really, why kill them off in the first place? And it's just not something. It's a real niche medium to work with. Like, I don't like. It's really become popular. Nope. I was about to say I thought my computer froze there. Nope, I'm just an idiot and couldn't hit the mouse pad. But yeah, it's just not a. It's really become popularized in movies and TV shows and that, like, and great, good. It's an interesting thing to write about. It's just you have to be really careful when working with it. Just because you can't do something to kill off a character and then, oh no, that character's not dead. We're just gonna bring him in from another universe. Like, that's black. Well, that's not concrete. Well, get rid of it. Do that. Now I get the task of trying to find concrete. Is that concrete? Yes, it is. Haha, I'm so smart. You guys. But now it's just, like, there's a certain way you can do it. Like, there's a good way and a bad way to do it. And I like to, like, a good way to do it is by, like, actually posing a threat to said multiverse. Like, and having all these different things just come out of nowhere and just, you know, stop said threat. And yeah, we're like halfway done with this, so well, not even. I mean, that's maybe like, because if I'm going up 3 blocks at a time, gets us to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so okay, I'll go uh, back to that one, and then we'll call it quits on this one. We'll do 2 more. I will do another pixel art just to keep it fresh and everything. I don't want this to get stale, but I think we've long past that topic. But now I'm talking about movies and all that. But start with Back to the Future. But I'm honestly, like, I think Marvel nowadays is just like a really bad example of how to do. What my former boss got plowed in, but yeah, no, we've gotten probably like quite a few inches of snow since I left work, but it's not a good time for anybody right now. Where was I? Oh yeah, some Marvel. Like modern Marvel is just a very, very bad example of how to do multiverse stuff. At least I think so. Like I know that's what the comics are known for, and the comics are another thing entirely. But if you enjoy the comics, enjoy the comics. Like I enjoyed the movies until after Endgame, and then I just heard like it was just flop after flop, and it just kind of died as a topic for me. I'm not the right thing. But yeah, it just wasn't my cup of tea after Infinity War and Endgame and all that. But using the word a lot, and I do that when I talk too, and it's a weird little quirk I have, but say there I go again. It's difficult to talk, like freehanded without using the word Definitely why script is important. I did it again. There, I did it again. It's difficult to talk. There I go again. It's difficult to talk about something you're interested in, or you're trying to talk about and come up with words at the same time, and you use the word a lot, or like other words like, or like a lot of words you're trying to think about what you're saying, and yeah. Where am I at? Okay, here am I. But a great example of multiverse stuff and world building like that is in space with Markiplier. And if you guys haven't seen that, I definitely recommend watching it. Like it's pretty good writing on top of like a satisfying story, and an interesting like storyline. Like main character is, you don't know through the whole thing if the main character, like, it's choose your own adventure, so you don't know if you're the true villain of this, because we're endangering the multiverse and everything's on the verge of collapse. Everyone's gonna die, and you don't know. And the whole time, because you're the one using said device that caused everything. Oh, I'm already over here. Oh, heck yeah. But, you've been chosen, quote unquote, to use this device to try and fix everything. And It's a very, very, and by the end you actually figure out who the villain is. I'm not going to spoil it again if you haven't seen it. But the way Markiplier has set up these multiverses just through all the characters he's done in the past, like Darkiplier, Wilfred Warfstache, some of my favorite, of course. Wilfred Warfstache, uh, you know, those are the two big ones. Yeah, just all these different characters we've seen before are actually being used, and I think that's a big reason Marvel's not isn't that good, is because if you're not a big Marvel fan, like, of the comics, like, you don't know who these characters are, like, right off the bat. Like, the basic characters, like the Hulk, Iron Man, Captain America, etc., etc. You're gonna like the earlier movies because, like, these characters, or you're at least sort of familiar with these characters. And that's one thing I really want to avoid when I do my movie is the first movie's written. I have sequels in mind. Um, of course, we're gonna have to see how the first one does before I'm gonna green light us for sequels. Yeah, of course. Because if this thing is a big flop, I'm not gonna waste money and energy and resources on a sequel. I mean, maybe if I really am passionate about this, but I don't say like. But if you guys aren't a fan of the first one, I probably not gonna make you sit through a sequel. I might make you sit through a sequel. If I think it's really a good direction. Where we have our story for this first movie, I'm fairly proud of where it's at. Where it ends, that's where I wanted it to end. It says it's up for a sequel, which, again, I don't know. I'm going to have to see how the first one does before I actually go through with that sequel, or that ending. But take that as you will, of course, of how this is going to play out. But, yeah, I'd have to see how reception is. We're going to have to test screen it to a few people. If they really like the story, I'm going to go ahead with a sequel and actually do the ending I want. But if, people aren't going to like it, I'm not going to. So, I've had a lot of people read the script, and they've actually said some fairly positive things, so I'm quite excited, almost. But enough about that. I know I've been rambling you guys' ear off enough. We're going to do one last backdrop thing, and we're going to call it quits for today's episode. Nope, we already did that one. I want to try to get a different one every time. All right, back to the Smitty's backdrop, believe it or not, which is the outer bit of Smitty's backdrop, I should say. And we will be working over. Alright, so we'll fly over there. I would like to get the other rainbow, but looks like not gonna happen today, but oh, that's okay. Ow. Ow. Okay, that hurt quite a bit. Like, I'm quite hungry at the moment, but I'm gonna wait for this to be over before I eat, just because I don't like eating 3, 4. I don't like eating when it's like on stream. Like, I'll do it if I'm like really hungry, but nah, not really something I do often. Much anymore, honestly, because I used to do it quite a bit back in the day, you know, the heyday of. But what? Oh, it's supposed to be brick. I don't know why I didn't brick that. But this year's gonna be really busy, and I'm really hoping we're able to actually complete this film this year. Honestly, May is probably our best bet at filming, but yeah, it's quite difficult to get people together. So many people together. You know, we all have jobs. We all have stuff like that, and it'd probably be. Oh, I hated that. There, that's what I was trying to do. But I'd like to get it filmed sooner rather than later, honestly. But I'd hate to put it off another year, because I really want you guys to be able to marvel in my genius, as I call it. But it's a good. I really like where it's going. The people that have test read it, our script, have really enjoyed where it was going. She got one of my fellow managers to read it. She read it. I think it was a doctor's appointment she just went to, and like a doctor's, and I think she went to the dentist. But oh, not spruce. I meant to grab a dark oak, which I don't appear to have used before. Maybe along the border here, but okay, we'll grab some dark oak. I genuinely thought we would have used this. And same thing, we'll probably just build up 2 logs today. But I don't know, it's filming something is a very fickle thing, you know, when you're just at all like that commercial we made a while back. For, I say a while back, it was only like a year ago. It was a year ago. But that commercial we filmed, like for only being a 30-some second commercial, or it was like a 2-3 minute commercial. Like that took us, I think it was at least an hour, 2, maybe 3 to just film it. It was, and it was not fun in that costume. Oh boy, that would be an understatement actually saying it was not fun in that costume. Like it was really hot, but the final product was really good. So really, that's all I was hoping for and happy about at the same time. Like, I really did enjoy the final product. Of course, I looked back and I was like, oh, we should have done this different, or we should have filmed this scene just a little bit different. But nah, I think that's just a testament to anybody who films anything they want to. Like once you watched again with the understanding of that's another reason, this I've actually pushed this back is because it's not like I don't have motivation to get this done. I do, and I really want to get it done. And but I think it's a big thing of just a personal thing. Like, when I get it done, like, I know I'm never going to truly be happy with the final product. I think that's a testament to anything, like, what? Oh, I'm not even remotely close to where I thought I was. Okay, I thought I was still 3 layers up. My bad. But, you're never truly going to be happy with the final result. A great example of this would actually be the more recent example, of course, the original Rockfire explosion. Like, I look back at them, it was a very fun series, and I think the final product turned out a lot better than I expected, but, it's just a... Like, over time, I grew to appreciate how they looked. When we were building them, oh my gosh. And even then, I look back at them, and compared to these ones, at least, like, they have clues as to who they are. Like, you can tell by the different ways we built them and the different looks of the characters. Like, you tell who they're supposed to be, but they don't look the best. Some actually don't look too bad. Like for a first time, Rolf and Earl don't look too bad. I'm honestly just going off of memory at this at this very moment as to what they look like. I haven't actually looked at them recently. Oh, I did say we were going to go to the masks, and here I got distracted. I'll do that right before we end the episode. But over time, I actually, like, when we were building them, I thought they looked horrendous. I was like, oh, they look horrible. I'm going to end the series. Or I wanted to end the series. Just because I thought they just looked so ugly and so bad. But the more I actually, you know, sat myself down to finish, I said, hey, I'm going to finish this. And look, we grew a following behind it. Like, we really did. And you guys enjoyed it so much you wanted another series. So we built the Wolfpack 5, and I more surprised you guys with concept unification, because I didn't tell you guys what the next one was going to be, but I actually need to use my cursor here to be able to tell where I'm at. Oh wait, what? Oh, you can't tell where the next log is. Okay. I'm here. I just need to go up like 6 or 7 blocks. Yeah, so we don't got much left on this. But you know, concept unification rolled around, and then for the, what was it, the 500 subscriber special now? That was quite a while ago, but I'd have to look which subscriber special it was. But for a subscriber special, I said, we're going to update these guys. We're going to make them look more realistic, so that you'll actually be able to tell, you know, that's who they're supposed to be. And, you know, we got started with that, and what is it, 2-3 years now we've been working on this? Like, two years now. It's been, we started this in July. Yep, we started this June 7th of, was it 2022 we did? Would it have been? Yeah, 2022 we started this. It's, you know, coming up on 3 years. I mean, of course, not anytime soon, but, you know, it's coming up. And I know I'm not going to be able to keep this series going forever. I know one day, you know, I'm definitely not passing this series down to anybody. You know, it ends with me. Well, this exact series, it ends with me, and we're always going to have the memories, but I think the finale, you know, it would be a... I have been thinking about how to do a finale. Not saying that's coming anytime soon, but eventually, at some point, you know, we're gonna have to do a finale. And, yeah, it's gonna be a sad day when that comes up. But keep in mind, this is just a concept, but I think our finales, we're gonna go out Unus Annus style, and yeah, probably delete everything when it's over, but this series, I don't want this series to be picked up by anybody. You know, being my baby, I feel like that's when a lot of things actually get ruined, when you know, somebody picks it up, you know, everybody enjoys it from the beginning because of, like, nostalgia, like, oh yeah, somebody, like, I watched this when, you know, I was a kid. You know, it's great to see somebody else picking it up, and, you know, nostalgia is always a good thing to have. Never, you know, never let those memories fade, you know. All those fun memories with, yeah, you got from this certain thing, you know, as a kid, and that's one thing you should never give up. But there's a certain point where I think it gets, the nostalgia just goes wrong. Like, when somebody else tries to pick up something that was already ended, had a good ending, by the way, and they try to create their own thing out of it. Now, I'm all for my viewers, um, you know, using these videos as not really a guide, but like an inspiration to build their own Rockfire Explosion. I mean, I'm trying to. I hated that. Oh, I hated that. I mean, I'm trying to take something that's really what the whole thing of YouTube is. You know, you're trying to take something that makes you happy and you enjoy, like your escape from reality, and trying to portray that feeling, or pass that feeling down almost. And it's a good thing, you know. I'm all for people, again, using this as a guide, but like, if I were to end this series or say I'm stepping away as a host, there are exceptions to this rule, of course. Like, I would do this for 2-3 more years, and then finally, like, after a point, say, enough is enough. Like, I'm stepping down as host of this. Like, certain things I think are good, are better off to be left. Like, done and just done and dusted there. There are various exceptions to this. Rare exceptions, but exceptions nonetheless, of course. A great example of this is game theory. You know, I think I always forget to crouch when I. No, but like game theory is a great example of this. Like, you guys can say what you want about Tom taking over as host of game theory, but like he's not like he's not Mad Pat, and he's not trying to be. And that's where the exception to the rule comes, is when somebody takes something, tries to redo it, but puts their like but they don't try to like replace what came before. Like, they're trying to make the legacy live on. Again, good in some situations, not so good in others. Like, for example, um, when Stampy ended his lovely world. Uh, I'm gonna say not too long ago, but like by now it was probably like 2 years ago. Time does fly, but now it, it's a weird topic to talk about for sure, and it's gonna be super awkward going from this topic and then trying to naturally um, go back to um, talking about the Rockfire explosion. But I think, like, him ending it was a good thing. For him, of course. You know, do what makes you happy, of course, but, like, since then, some people have tried to revitalize it almost. Like, make a continuation off of it. And some people do really good with that. Some do not, but from all the ones I've seen, they were pretty faithful to the original, which I'm actually happy to see. They restylized everything to their own, but they put their own creative twist to it, which I think is the very essence of the exception to the rule. But, like, if a creator ends something and doesn't officially, like, doesn't officially appoint someone to continue it, like, I think that's when it becomes a problem. And I could go on and on about this, but of course you guys don't want to hear me talk about this for like, there are other exceptions that I can't think of at this moment. I'm looking for melons and I can't seem to find them. Jump off this, be raw food now. It'd be under crops, wouldn't it? But where are crops? Crops. But yeah, there are. I think the only exception to this rule is, again, the reason MatPat in Game Theory is an exception to this rule is because he officially wanted it to continue, but he didn't want to be a part of it anymore. You know, he chose his family over the channel, which that's a lot of respect there. And I know, you know, that probably means nothing to him, as Matt's probably heard that so many times by so many people. Just but where I'm going with this is, when this series comes time to end, when I'm officially done and dusted with this series, I've done all I wanted to do. I do not want this series continued by anyone, any other host. Like, I will be its first host, and I will be its last. Um, if anyone, of course, we're all gonna have the memories of this series, and I'm not gonna delete the videos, of course. The videos are gonna probably stay up on the videos are gonna stay up on the channel probably long after I'm gone. Let's be honest, because internet. But you know, it's I don't want someone to take something like I have it. What's a good way to describe this? Like, at a certain point, like, people just don't care, like, what happens to their series. Like they don't care they stepped away, and 9 times out of 10, you know, some rare exceptions, of course, that series just becomes a shameless mockery of what it once was, and like the people who run it now just don't have any just respect for what it used to be or what it was. And you know, I think that's just a big problem with stuff nowadays. People are too worried about letting a good thing live on. Cartoons are a big example of this, than actually caring, you know, what the source material was and what it, like, how great it was, how bad it is now. And it's just like, I just don't want that of this series. Like, we're gonna end it when I have my ending point in sight. We're gonna have a big final tour of the world, like big museum tour almost. And then we're probably gonna hit the delete button. And I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be able to, considering, but it's gonna be a thing. So enough about all this philosophical bantering. Sorry, I get it. When I start talking about something, I start talking about something. You guys know, of course. You guys have been around the channel for a while. But I don't know, just some things I really feel like speaking my mind on, and I do it. So. So, heads. We're gonna go back to the Rockfire heads. Come on. There we go. Alright. So, masks we're probably going to use. We very well might keep Rolf's mask. I really do like how it is. but we will see about that. Duke's mask, I think this version of Duke's is perfect. So I think we're going to keep that how he is, because I really like that. Um, I really like that. We're going to take down the Christmas decorations soon. I'm just realizing that. We're going to have to do that soon-ish, but Beach Bear's mask, like, can use some tweaking. Like, I know his snout comes out. Honestly, probably, nah, that's too much. That's more like Wolfpack 5 Beach Bear. Whoops. I just put a hole in his mask. Don't mind. Like, that's probably a lot better. See, the wig is a problem. Like, it doesn't look like hair. It looks like just straight blocks. I mean, Mitzi's hair didn't really have that problem because that's how her characters. I don't know. Her mask just looks so ugly. We might use it. We might not. I don't know. Fats. We might use this. I feel like his mask is too small. Also, I'm going to do that to make his smile a little more. Actually, give him a smile. Fats was always a weird one to do. So I broke out that block, put 2 there. Put that there. Because Fats has a faint smile, but it's there. So that looks a lot better. Billy Bob. I'd like to use this mask. I just don't feel like it does the smile justice. And also, it looks a lot like the walk-around Billy Bob mask. Like, I always thought it did. So, I don't know. Ladybird. It's a Ladybird for you. We might use this. We're probably not going to, but we might. I don't know. And then some of the other masks, other people have done for me using these. I don't know who built this. I think it was Deadbird. But that's facts for you. Fact take 2. Again, I noticed how you can tell one of my masks from one of my helpers' masks. It's actually a really cool thing to tell that I kind of have my own mark. They never quite build perfectly around the eyes, and they always leave the mouth. They're like the mask ripped. And honestly, Fats' teeth are more in there. Actually, I'm probably going to put his teeth in a little bit more, honestly. Like that. But, yeah, we'll probably use that mask. That actually grew on me quite a bit. A couple other masks. Blue Foxy's corner over here. His dingo. There's a lion. There's Tony's himself. I don't even know what this is. A wolf made from somebody. I try to get them to put what characters right beside. Here's Tony's build of Looney Bird. That's actually a really good Looney Bird mask, by the way. And Fats and Crazy, I think, is back here. Right? Is it Crazy or is it someone else? So it's... I don't know what this is here for, but here's, I think, Tony's Rolf and... Yeah, it's fun to see my helpers have tried to build their own characters. And then that one in the middle is my project I just kind of didn't really give up on, but I haven't really had time to still work on it. But yeah, so some masks need fixing, some don't. I think Mitzi has teeth. Oh, she has her teeth up there. So Beach Bear has teeth. I know Beach Bear has teeth. So yeah, that follows his teeth. That's why I like that mask. Billy Bob's a weird one to do. his lip needs to come out over. But anyway, before I keep rambling and before it gets too late for me, I think that is going to do it for this stream. Um, I think I've gone on quite enough, quite long enough with my ramblings and all that. In the next episode, I know I'm at the luck of the spinner. But if we go back, I'm just gonna go back here to end the episode. Oops. That's the fun thing about live streams. You don't have to be scripted you don't have to be put on a script. You can just you start rambling, you just keep going, and it's fun. I think so, at least. Yeah, the stage is way too big, but like Duke needs to be moved up probably. Everything needs to be squished together, but we may. I would like to get that done, but I know I'm at the luck of the spinner, so whatever it lands on is the pixel art we do. I'd like to get the Rockafire sign off Foxy just to. I think he put it in the Discord, so in private Discord chat, so I'll have to check that out. That's gonna need done. That's just going to take a little bit. Oops. Honestly, probably another video of this. Bear with me, because it's just a lot at once. I mean, this is getting done fairly quickly, so that's always a good thing. Like, there's that circle sign there, and then the Smitty sign, and then the middle is a separate pixel art I had to have it as, so. Oh, we gotta do the leaves and branches behind. I just hit a box. Leaves and branches behind Looney Bird, but anyway, guys, sorry. I've been rambling. So, with all that being said, guys, I do hope you all enjoyed. I know I've enjoyed. I'm having a lot more fun with this series than I used to. I think just getting back into it is really bringing it's bringing me a level of joy I haven't felt in a little bit, so, well, a joy for this series, at least, and I haven't, like, the nostalgia's coming back to me a little bit, but it's a weird, it's a weird medium, of course, but it's a happy medium, and I'm really happy to be doing it still. But I do hope you all enjoyed this series, or this episode. Not series, it's not over yet. Long way from it, but I do hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye-bye!